in Ghana, in Africa, it's kings that dress this way.
Yes.
That's what I'm asking, what's the inspo?
What is the
The
inspiration?
Yes.
For what?
Dressing your
chest.
Well, this particular cloth actually I got in Bonri, which is the home of Kente among the Asante people. And this particular cloth they made in honor of Barack Obama when Barack Obama came to Ghana. And so it's associated with him. Although I don't associate with his politics and his denial of the importance of reparations, which is important for him, for people to know, as well as his participation in the coup in Libya and the assassination of Gaddafi in Libya. Gaddafi, who articulated a desire for African unity, particularly around going back to the gold standard in the United African economy. And so I wear this not in honor of Barack Obama, but as a descendant of Africans who were kidnapped by Europeans and brought to the United States to extract our labor, our wealth. I wear this in honor of that history and in the ongoing struggle for Black liberation. So that is the inspiration for me wearing this, in addition to being a member of the royal family of Agatekshiwa in Central Region as an adopted member of the family. My name is Mahama Dr. Kojo Heruti.
What does today's Diaspora Summit means to you and those those that are not here? How does it have influence or effect on us?
So for me, what the Diaspora Summit 2025 is one of many steps toward what my organization, the Anansi Center for Arts and Culture, is all about. And that's creating the pathway for us to repair and heal the divisions that were caused by Arab and European settler colonialism, imperialism, white supremacy, and capitalism. And to build a foundation for those of us of the diaspora and those of us on the continent to learn how to be cousins again. We at the Anansi Center for Arts and Culture are committed to working with Black creatives, Black artists, Black cultural organizers, Black culture bearers to use our arts and culture for our communities so that we can come together and again learn how to be cousins.
My last question, if you have the chance to change something in Africa, what would that be?
If I had the opportunity to change something in Africa, what would it be?
Yes.
Well, I do have that opportunity. That's why I've repatriated here.
Okay.
That's why I am bringing family and repatriating here. That's why we are building the Anansi Center for Arts and Culture. What I will change is that division, that disconnection amongst and between ourselves. And I do that by drawing upon our cultural arts and our artistic arts to weave that web, just like Anansi weaves a web, to weave that web of connectivity, of heart to heart, of soul to soul, of spirit to spirit.
Okay, just one question. You've been here for the past 2 days for the summit.
Speak about it.
Just a quick one. So for the past 2 days, we've been discussing diaspora returning. What is 2 things that you feel this summit couldn't address?
2 things.
Yes, you feel that summit.
2 things that I believe in the upcoming Diaspora Summit. So Diaspora Summit 2026 will be important is to have groupings of diasporans, groupings of continental Africans being able to talk with each other. Not just talk at each other and not just give reports, but actually be in community together and in dialogue together, because it is through that dialogue that weaving of heart, bodies, minds comes together, so that we can actually get to know each other. So we know each other's names, we're able to speak each other's names, we're able to be in conversation to understand what our needs are, what our hopes are, what our aspirations are, and what our challenges are in dealing with the settler colonialism, imperialism, white supremacy, and capitalism of Europe and of the Arab world. So that's one thing. I would say another is to infuse the contributions of the diaspora and the continent into the summit, so that we hear voices that are across the diaspora and the continent in terms of our cultural production, our arts. So we bring in music and we bring in art from across the diaspora and across the continent. That we bring in thought leaders and educators and activists and community organizers from across the diaspora and across the continent to be in conversation with each other and to represent our diversity, as well as Sheikh Anta Diop would say, our cultural unity.
Wow. But your one last question: what is the one message you have for any diasporan that will come across this video?
So
one message you have for any diasporan that will come across this video?
That would come across this video.
Yes.
One message that I would offer to a diasporan who comes across this video is Sankofa. The power of returning to the source, returning to ancestry, returning to lineage and heritage, to remember who you are and to understand what you can be.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.